Hey, hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing really well out there. Yeah, I'm back a bit earlier than I thought I was going to be, because yesterday I got a message from my dear friend Jen over at Jen's Addiction, and she said, you know what? It's that time of year again, the time when the Record Store Day list is released. Yeah, well, not for the big one, that's later on next year, but this is for the Black Friday one. And she said, do you want to record a video and just talk about the different releases that we might be interested in? I said, sure, any excuse talking about music and records with Jen, yeah, I'm in. For sure. So that's what we did yesterday. We sat down, Jen pulled up the US list and we went through that one. And then I also put up the UK list so we can do some comparison, because there are some differences as well. And I also want to hear from you guys. I want you to chime in the comments down below about your particular gems, because we are talking about the UK and the US lists here, but you might have a special one wherever you live, if it's in Europe or somewhere else. So please chime in down in the comments about that one. And also a disclaimer about this video. I know I'm going to mention it in the video, but I want to give it here as well. When we set up this call, there was an audio lag of about 2 seconds or so. So from time to time, there is this awkward silences, and there could be times where we actually talk over each other, but that wasn't really our intention. It was the feed itself. So I blame technology on this one for sure. But I really hope you enjoy this one, and also don't forget to visit Jen's channel. It's called Jen's Addiction, link down in the description. She talks about music just like I do, and from time to time her love and passion for comics and horror movies as well. So we have a lot of things in common. That's absolutely a great channel, so go and check it out. But now, without any further ado, let's go to me and Jen's conversation around Black Friday, Record Store Day 2025. We are up and running again. Two continents meet in the middle of a night.
That is exactly right. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad we could meet up again and do another collab. This was on your initiative this time, so what are we talking about?
Well, the elephant in the room, right? It's the Record Store Day Black Friday list.
Yay! It's time again for that Record Store Day.
Time again. And after I looked at the list and then I promptly checked out the UK list, I knew immediately I needed to call and talk to you, because as always, there are things on your list I wish were on my list, and questions to be had, things to uncover. I don't know.
No, that's absolutely right. And I had a look at the US list as well. So this is going to be fun to go through. So we'll see if there's anything that appeals to us.
That's right. Well, let's hope so anyway.
We'll do that.
I think, can you see mine now?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Perfect. All right. So this is the US list. As you'll notice up at the top, we have 3 columns: the RSD exclusive releases, the RSD limited run regional focus release, and the RSD first release.
And can I say something?
It's maybe we've... Yes, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I think this is a brilliant setup, because when we go to the UK one, you will see the difference here. This is how it should be run.
Yeah, I hope so. It makes it easy for me. And I've got it on the photo list, but you can, of course, click it over if you want to see it that way. And then this list highlights your quantities, the type of release that it is, and your formats, etc. But for sake of viewing pleasure, I'll keep it on photos.
Yes, that's good.
So I just kind of did a good scroll. I think it is not as large a list as probably an official Record Store Day would be, but I do believe, at least in the States anyway, it seems like it picks up a little momentum every year, which could be because they're pushing small business day after Thanksgiving here, which is like the big kickoff for Christmas. And They also do something here called like, I think it's Small Business Saturday. So you have like the big Black Friday push on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and then they want to promote small businesses on Saturday. But I think this kind of gives a jump start even for small business. So,
Okay.
hence maybe why it became or has become as popular as it was.
Yeah.
So anyway, so when I was just kind of going through the list, again, not a lot that I have to have. I don't know if you want to mention standouts as you see them. I'm intrigued by the Aha. This one, 3000, and what's interesting about it is it's the 40th anniversary. You and I spoke about this album earlier when we did our favorites of 1985, and it does have quite a large amount of differing takes on Take on Me.
Yes.
And so keeping with my desire to collect things, Aha, I kind of feel like now I need to do that.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. It was one of the standouts for me as well. I think it's great for them to release that. But I was actually hoping that they would release something like Scrambled Days as a remastered album. That was the second album, right?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. And maybe that's coming, I think, with such an increased interest, perhaps. But yeah, because that's such a great album. Again, I think they're such an underrated band. So the fact that they keep promoting them in some way, at least here, is great, because I think there needs to be more of them.
Yeah, for sure.
There's plenty on this list, even in these 3 columns, that I like. I'm a big fan of Bad Brains, but I don't know that I need another like live record. I have the B-52s. And again, some of these are not things that I would have picked out of the gate. I think Devo is fun.
Yeah.
My older son had mentioned Deltron 3030 was something he would be interested in. He's 26. I do like the Delight. Yes. But I don't know that I need a limited edition, special edition Delight. I just
no. And to be honest, that is a greatest hit kind of thing as well, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Now the English beat.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Can I just ask you about Deltron 3030? Because I have no clue what it is. Yeah. What is this?
So it's a 30th anniversary. It's a rapper. There's also elements, I think, in there from the Gorillaz. There's like a kind of a large, kind of eclectic mix of people that they feature. Kind of very popular, I think, within that genre of music. My older son is definitely into that kind of music. He knows a lot more, I think, than I do. I was intrigued by the fact that it had all 3 members who had participated in the Gorillaz, from their self-titled album in there. So, loving that style of music. And I only know enough to be dangerous in what I've ever heard. But I do believe this has been a pretty popular selection within that genre. So it makes sense that they would issue a 25th anniversary of it. But I don't know. I think it could possibly be kind of a little hidden gem if you want to experience that type of music. And it's something you may not always have.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
And I don't know how easily available it had been on vinyl to begin with. And I don't know if it alludes to that or not, or maybe I hadn't saw, but I just didn't know if that was so many albums from early on, they put them on these lists now. They were never available on LP. No. So maybe that was the case with some of that music. So
okay, that's
so good. I'm kind of intrigued. If I pick one of those up, I would pick it up for him, and I would definitely give it a listen and see, because I am honestly, because I like the Gorillaz an awful lot. So
yeah,
new to me.
And can I just say,
then I
sorry again, for all our viewers out there, it sounds like we're interrupting each other here, but there is a delay because after all, this phone call is coming from Europe all the way to the States. So I know there is a delay, so that's why I didn't mean to interrupt you at all, but I was so intrigued about Deltron because I never heard about them before.
Yeah. No, well, and it is kind of new to, like I said, I only know enough to be dangerous. I've heard snippets, and I know what I know really because my kids have educated me enough. So that's really, where I'm at with that anyway. And if you see something, jump in, because between my split screens, I can't see you. So if you need to point something out, you just tell me.
Yeah, no, of course.
I'm a novice at this. But I think the English beat for me, the beat at the BBC is I must, like, I would love to have that. I collect the beat. I love that. Just the fact that it's all those recordings to me is pretty cool. I have been picking up all the Bill Evans albums in this series. This was kind of sanctioned by the estate of Bill Evans. The company that puts these out is that Resonance Records. And I think this is 8th in a series. So I'm kind of in that mode now where I started collecting the series and they sound so good that I just keep buying them.
Yeah.
So if you like that older style jazz, you know, with like early Miles Davis and stuff, Bill Evans, I think, is like just a winner. Ghost is extremely popular. I mean, I can see some of these titles. Do you feel like when I look at these lists, I see things pop up every year, like the Charlie Brown record or a Grateful Dead record? George Harrison's been in the last couple. I think the Iconopop could be fun. Yes. Oh, yeah. And the Doors. Absolutely. Where the Doors at? Yeah.
Every single record store day.
Yeah. I know. It's like Record Doors Day.
Yeah. And Fleetwood Mac. We shouldn't forget Fleetwood Mac.
Yes. Fleetwood Mac. I'm interested in the NXS live at Royal Albert Hall. That was the year I think I saw them, 86. I'd have to double check my ticket stub, but so nostalgic wise, I'm kind of interested in that. I'm a longstanding fan of David Johansen, so that's kind of a win for me.
Yeah.
But obviously bands like Jelly Roll is extremely popular. I know there was a big push with Elton John and Brandi Carlile. And I think this Kesha 7-inch would be kind of fun. It's just the version of Holiday Road from, oh gosh, is that Vacation?
Yes, it's Natural Lampoons. Yeah. I didn't even reflect on that. That's interesting. Kesha doing Holiday Road. Wow.
Yeah, I know. So I'm kind of like, you know, if they had one, it wouldn't have to make my list, but this one I was surprised. I guess we'll talk about comparisons, but I definitely would like the Madness record. I think that's like a no-brainer to me to have all that in one place. Again, there's a lot in this little section here, bands that are popular outside of things that I traditionally listen to. Although I love, you know, different types of jazz and things of that nature. I just don't always go out of my way to buy them or have to have them. Curtis Mayfield, though, I would be tempted. I always liked that album. I think a reissue of that would be nice.
I would be. I actually bought a reissue of that one, and it's nearly 10 years ago now on vinyl.
Wow.
And I was just about to say before you spoke about it that if you don't have this Curtis Mayfield album, and I'm not just talking about you, Jen, anyone who's listening to this, you have to listen to this album. It's such a good album. Yeah.
Yeah. And and I don't have an original. So to me, like, it might be worth it I think it would be a good listen for sure. And I like his work. So
yeah, it's an outstanding album.
It's a real win. Good. Well, that's good to know. I can't believe they did a reissue 10 years ago and they're doing another one.
Yeah. Well, I say nearly 10 years ago. I think it could have been 8 years ago now, but it's quite a while ago I bought it.
Interesting, isn't it? I mean, the choices, I guess Rhino it's a Rhino Reserve. I suppose they're making those decisions. So it fascinates me a little, the thought process that the record companies go through as to what they want to promote and what they don't. I think there's always something, a lot more heavy metal style music now, much more, a lot of picture discs, as you can see throughout this. I'm a fan of Motorhead, but I don't know that I need a live. There's just things I like, but I don't have to have them. Now, here's one, although for nostalgia, everybody who's seen this list that I've talked to thinks The Old Dirty Bastard would be great to have. Yeah, I do remember that song very well.
Yeah, were you into Wu-Tang Clan as well?
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not part of the Wu-Tang Clan. No,
No.
I never, that was just never something that I got into. I can appreciate kind of one-offs. I listen to Public Enemy, and I listen to NWA, and, Delight and all that. There's definitely a genre, like a group of musicians within those genres that I enjoy. This song from Old Dirty Bastard, I think, was fun. There's just like one-offs from like Notorious B.I.G., whatever, like that they show that, nostalgically speaking, I'm like, oh, that's cool. But it wouldn't be something I'd have to rush out and have for sure. And I was not a Wu-Tang Clan girl.
But you did like Shimmy Shimmy Out.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I remember those, just, it's just an easy listen. I don't know why, it's funny. I like it though. But I am a Prince and the Revolution fan. And you and I have had discussions about Around the World in a Day. And this is all of which they don't show it on this particular list, but this is 7 inches.
Yeah.
So they're all individually labeled. They come in different colors. I'm kind of mixed on that one.
Me too.
But I would definitely pick up the Ramones. The Ramones are on my absolute, like, my grab list. I think that would be absolutely perfect. I mean, it's got every kind of Ramones. And anything I love about the Ramones from 77 is such, I think, a key time. And the fact that it's at CBGB's, and I don't know, I can't get enough of, I don't want to go to the basement. Those are great songs. Love it. Let's see here. I mean, again, it seems I've heard other people mention, and I agree, there's something for everybody. I think the Scott Weiland would be, I like his voice. I always liked him as a singer. His version of the song Barbarella I always really liked.
Yeah.
It's a live version. The other must off of this particular list for us would be Warren Zevon, because we're Warren Zevon fans, and I would really enjoy I like his live shows, and I think this would be a win in our household. And then we go down to the limited. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can I just say, I see something that's not on our list. I know we're going to look at the UK one as well, but those wicked turntables you got there, that's going to draw a lot of people into the store. So I think especially younger people, because I remember the last Record Store Day, they had, I think it was an expanded soundtrack or something. People went wild for that. And so this one, of course, a costly, wicked turntable.
And I don't know. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the first few Record Store Days, I remember them actually listing prices.
Yeah.
Like an estimated, and I have not seen any prices for any of these things listed. So
it's hard to guess as well, because a turntable, I have no clue. What are you going to pay for a Crossley turntable?
Right. Right. I mean, it's not a mini one, I assume it's a full size. So,
and here we go.
I think 120 or 30 US at least. Now, see, here's a wicked soundtrack. It has 15,000 copies though.
Yeah.
So there you go. 11 songs, 2 records. I like, and there's a poster, a 12 by 14 included. But there's no image yet. I don't think they have a final image, maybe. I don't think that's the final image for it.
No, probably not.
But no, you're absolutely right. Interesting that they don't have that on the UK list. This regional focus release is very small comparatively. I did think it was weird. Is this a cover for an album? Because
no, it's actually a T-shirt.
Yeah, I thought maybe they were. The only one on these, if you're into Kiss, the Eric Carr ones, I think those are the liquid vinyl, like where it's pressed with liquid on the inside, perhaps.
And I have to say,
this is the winner for me.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say Dead Milkmen.
That's and if you're a Dead Milkmen fan, this is great because it's the anniversary edition. It's 2 LPs, but you get all of the original songs, including the 2 bonus or hidden tracks that weren't originally on the first pressing of the record. And then they included second record that has 10 classics that are alternate takes of those songs. So it has something kind of for everybody on it, but it's only 500.
Are you going to go for it if you find it?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
I already have my absolutely. Like that is like top of my. I would get in line early if I thought we're going to be out of town for the holiday. So I'm going to be shopping at a different record store this year.
Okay.
Not one that I've never shopped at before, but I'm going to be at a different location for Thanksgiving Record Store Day and Black Friday Record Store Day. And they have a Facebook page, and they're like, let us know what you want us to think about getting. And I was like, Dead Milkman.
For sure. No, that's a no-brainer.
But somebody may snap it up before I do, and that would be sad.
Yeah. And can I just say something about? Sorry again about this delay is horrendous. But the Eric Carr one, especially the first one, I can't remember what it said. But they've really been milking this one for a couple of record store days now. But because at first I think it was released as a CD or vice versa, I can't remember. Then a vinyl, and now we get another vinyl, but it's liquid vinyl, which is really cool, of course. But they really been milking this Eric Carr record.
Yeah. So there's 500. Are they switching out? Like, is this Eric Carr's time, and then eventually it'll be like, are they doing each member of Kiss?
Yeah, who knows?
New and old incarnations, or I don't know. Here, Eric speaks to the fans. Like Eric talks about Mark St. John. So this looks like another liquid vinyl numbered 500 copies, but it looks like it's a lot of him, maybe some music, but outtakes of him talking about, like Eric talks about his audition. He talks about his music. Interesting.
Do you remember that from the 80s when you could buy those interview picture discs everywhere with any group or artist?
Yes.
Did you ever buy them and listen to them?
Yeah. I have a Susie and the Banshees one. I have a Duran Duran. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could like audibly listen to my favorite artist talk about whatever. Like, oh, yeah, I was in.
It was the only way we could listen to them, right? So.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And then this is the ones, the RSD first. So you'll get to see them first. But again, that makes it not quite as urgent because there's the chance that these will come back out on their own. I think this Dr. Dre Compton was kind of interesting. It is, I think, a 2 LP. You get the original album, but then there is also an instrumental version of the album. And I think that's kind of cool to listen to it in a whole new way. And the Ladytron one, that kind of piqued my interest.
They're good.
But again, there's bands here that I really like, but I don't, I like G Love and Special Sauce. I've listened to some Yusuf Lateef. There's things I've listened to, but I just don't have to have them. And I definitely don't have to rush out for Record Store Day to get them.
And something we always get on Record Store Day as well, by the way, is a Ringo Starr record.
Yeah, that's no joke lately, right?
No, but at least he has some new material now, so it's not a reissue. Or is it?
That's true. And I didn't even look at this one, Rock the Plaza. So that's Alice Cooper, Paul Rogers. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, if you're into those musicians a lot and you want something a little bit different. It's got Josh Homme on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm not even going to attempt because I know it's Orianthe. Is that?
Yeah, it's with Brian
I hope I
Ray.
Yeah.
That I could read.
I don't want to bodge somebody's name. So yeah, so that is kind of a brief overview of the things I was seeing on the US list. And again, for me, I would ask for a-ha, I would ask for English Beat, NXS, Bill Evans, Madness, Ramon, Zevon, and of course the Dead Milkmen. I mean, there's a few on there that if I didn't have them, like Ladytron and things like, I'll pick it up later.
Yeah. Yeah, no, of course. Could you just scroll up to that Madness one? Because I want to mention that one when we go into the UK one.
Yes.
I just want to see what it says about it.
So we got 3,000. It's an RSD exclusive release. It claims it's the definitive collection of singles. I don't know that it gave a year on it. At least I'm not able to see one, like a range of release dates. But I mean, to me, it looked like it had a lot of the kind of some of the key things I think about when I think about Madness.
Yeah. That's good. I was just interested because this one is not on the UK list. Spoiler warning.
No. And I was really, really surprised that it wasn't, to be honest. I thought of you immediately.
Yeah. And I can tell you why now, because I was a bit surprised seeing this one here, actually, because we don't have to talk about it because it's not on the UK list. We're not going to show that. But just a couple of days ago, they announced that they're going to release this Hit Parade. It's a compilation of all their singles. So we are getting 6 or 7 different formats here in the UK of it. And you poor guys get this one, and this is a highlights edition. So it's not even all the singles, which I'm not belittling you guys, but I think it's unfair because they do have a double or triple album, I think it is, where you get all the singles they ever released. Yeah.
Well, so this does say condensed 1 LP version.
Yeah. It is. It's a highlights album. So you do get some really outstanding singles on this one. So it's not a bad one at all. But I'm just surprised because I thought that the Hit Parade was a worldwide release, but apparently it's not. So for Record Store Day, they'll give you guys this one.
Darn it. And here I thought for a blip of a second, maybe we were getting something like For Once that was like, wow, okay.
No, I was just surprised when I saw it. I was like, well, that's a general release, but it's not in the US apparently. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, and when I first saw it, I was hopeful it was going to be like a box set, like a singles, sort of like the Prince one would be. It took me a minute to look at it to realize it was just 1 LP. And I thought maybe it would just be a condensed grouping of actual singles, which made me really excited. I thought that would be really cool. But it sounds like maybe that's what you'll be getting in the general.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and I just think this one would be kind of fun.
Yes.
This
it's
Icona Pop.
Great track.
And I think we'll look at yours. I think it's on your list.
Yeah. And they're from Sweden, so I'm biased.
No, yeah. It's all right. I think you can be. All right. So we look at yours?
Yes. As you said, Take On Me, the 40th anniversary EP, of course. We already talked about that. And this one was quite interesting, Back to the Future trilogy. It's just a 1 LP where they put some highlights from it. And it's on a Doc Brown vinyl.
So it's not a picture disc. Oh, okay. I thought it was a picture disc at first.
Yeah. And let's also present the elephant in the room here. As you can see, in comparison to the US list, and I'm talking to you viewers out there, you can't choose if you want to see RSD exclusives or RSD first or anything else. This is it. I might have missed something, but I looked everywhere. And even if I download the list, it's not there. So, yeah.
No. There you go.
Another thing that I reacted to is The Beat that you mentioned. They are actually called The Beat in your list as well, which was funny.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But they are.
Well, and I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, yours says The Beat. I think mine says the English Beat and I think it lists them both.
Yes. The Beat at the BBC, it said on the US one, so you know where it comes from. But here in the UK, we call it the Beeb.
As it should be.
But we do get the Bill Evans one that you were interested in as well. And let's view more. Do I have to scroll up?
Absolutely.
I have to scroll up. Okay, we'll stop
Yes,
here
it's a
again.
crazy way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me know when it comes to something that you are interested in here.
Oh, sure. I think you're getting close, but I think I see a few. It's just interesting to me just even to see the few. Now with the Devo one, is that a picture disc or is that just a
It's the same one, I would say. It must be the 12-inch.
same
It
one?
says LP here, but on yours it said a 12-inch, so I assume it's a 12-inch single.
Yeah, I don't think it's more than really one song. So
Yeah. But it's
yeah,
interesting.
didn't it say Mark Mothersbaugh did the artwork? Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did the artwork.
Now, I don't remember. Maybe I'm wrong and I overlooked it. So, do you have a Descendants? Oh no, that's different. I'm thinking of the punk band, The Descendants. I got excited for a minute. I'm like, did I overlook a Descendants record?
No, you
It's
didn't.
very different.
Yeah.
I think it's different.
And just like you, I was very interested in this one because I love Delight, but I'm not sure I'm going to invest in something that's just a greatest hits album. But it's pretty.
I know. I know. It is. I wanted to be excited for it. I'm just eh.
Yeah. And yeah, this is Descendants of Mike and Phoebe.
Yeah, I don't think that's the one I was thinking of.
No. And yeah, here we go,
Let's
the
see.
Dr. Dre one as well. Insomnia with
Mhm.
Faithless. It's the original 12-inch being repressed again, and that's a banger of a
Yeah.
track.
Yeah, that is very good. Now here's one. You have the Gang of Four. I would totally be buying the Gang of Four if it was on my list.
Yep, they're good.
That is great. And I mean, I don't know, I just love them anyway. But that to me would be pretty fantastic.
Yeah. And you have to keep the shrink
So-
wrap on just to keep with the theme.
Yes, it's required. Absolutely required.
Yeah, no, they're good, Gang of Four. I don't think I have any records with them now, but I used to have, and for some reason I sold most of them. I don't know why, because I still
Oh,
think they're really good.
yeah. Well, maybe it was a room like many of us, like, well, I'm not going to store those.
Yeah, it's true. And yeah,
Yeah,
you
see, there's your
Icona Pop, which I love that song. It's a really good one. And I think it was a
It is
breakthrough
good.
for Charlie XCX as well, back in the day.
Yeah. So here's one on your list that I don't have on mine, which is the Japanese Television.
Oh,
That's a remix album. They have a song called TikTok off of a self-titled album. They are very gosh, I don't even know how to it's all kind of instrumental. It's very kind of funky and I don't want to say sci-fi and I don't know, it's such an odd blend of so many genres to me, but it has a very modern sound and for an electronic sound and I just really like them. And I would be super interested in picking up this record if it was available.
You know what? It's a good thing that you picked this one out because I would just have scrolled by it like I did yesterday.
Yeah.
But now, listening to you talking about this and reading the blurb here, informed by UFO encounters, ritualism, robots, Northern Soul, and nuclear weapons. It sounds absolutely amazing.
It's fun. And I think there's a version, it's like Typhoon Reggae Police. I think I've heard that one on Spotify. So I think it is a Spotify, like, I think you could probably hear it. But I would totally be down. And I would love to, I've never seen any of their records just out and about. So they're definitely a group that I would love to pick up more music from. It would be great to find it in a store, but I just haven't had that ability to do so. So seeing that pop up, I was like, oh yeah, but yeah, I would totally be down with Japanese Television.
Yeah, and I noted it down and I will listen to this one for sure if it's on streaming services.
Good.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think.
Okay, I'll go back to the list here. And lo and behold, it's back to view more. This site. I mean, yeah, where were we? We were
It's
down here
crazy.
somewhere.
Yes. I think we're in the J's.
Here we go.
I
Japanese
noticed too,
television.
and honestly, yes, and I don't remember also if now I can't remember if we had one on the US list, but the Gang War, which was Johnny Thunders and Wayne Kramer. So
Ooh,
they had done music together, but they never released any albums. So this is a live record, I think maybe a best of. So having been a fan of Johnny Thunders and kind of that genre era of music, I was a little interested by that. It's funny because, David Johansen is out for Record Store Day. I mean, it sort of seems like a New York Dolls kind of, but that would be one. And I just don't remember now if it was on the US list or if I forgot it, but
yeah. And I think it's quite a while since we saw anything from Johnny Thunders. I don't mean new material because I know he's no longer around. But
yeah. Right.
yeah, we've seen a lot of New York Dolls things and David Johansen popping up from time to time. But it's good to see some Johnny Thunders here as well. Legend.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I just, it kind of just seems very interesting. And I don't know that I've heard all of the, obviously the other guitarist was that MC5. Is that?
Yeah.
Can we do a little screen there? Yes.
Yep. MC5.
So definitely two bands I really, really love. So it kind of piqued my interest, and it does show that it is releasable or will come out later. Like maybe it's an early release now, later. So if that's the case, if they had one, I would pick it up. I would be tempted to pick it up. Otherwise, I could always get it later. But
yeah,
that would
it's
be
interesting. But we don't know if it's Record Store Day first here because the UK site decided not to inform us.
No.
Okay. I'll continue scrolling down. And this Kesha, if you hadn't pointed it out, because I'm not a Kesha fan really, but it's Holiday Road and I need to listen to this one. I'm not saying that I'm going to buy it, but I want to listen to it.
Well, and I guess she's done some music. Brandon looked into it too. She teamed up with either the band Eagles of Death Metal or some of the guys from Eagles of Death Metal, and Josh Homme is with Queens of the Stone Age. But this was not, he thought maybe it was a release in partnership with them, but it's not. No. But yeah, I guess, got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and I did double check the American release list for the US, and I'm not seeing the Johnny Thunders on this list, I don't believe.
And you already pointed out Ladytron, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Ladytron. I love their sound.
Yes.
So, but we got it from your list. At least we know now that it's Record Store Day first, so it could be picked up at a later point. So
that is right.
And then we have, here we go. Here is the next one that the only must for me really on this list, and that is Nico. And I will tell you why.
Oh, because really?
This is a legendary concert that she did in the Reims Cathedral. Anyhow, this is recorded on the same night that Tangerine Dream also performed live in this cathedral. And I'm a big fan of Tangerine Dream. So years and years ago, I listened to a bootleg of that concert. And at the same time, this one popped up, Nico. And the only way that I was familiar with Nico was, of course, with the Velvet Underground. But when I listened to that one, I was in a trance, really. I never heard anything like it. Of course, it's just Nico and an organ and her voice. But I wasn't really familiar at all with it. And it's a brilliant concert. And I'm really glad to see that they have actually improved the sound here, because the ones I've been listening to sounds like bootlegs. And it
Well,
says,
that has me more interested.
yeah, but it does say they been fully remastered using artificial intelligence, so they are very transparent with that. And we know that they did wonders with the Beatles reissues as well, of course, and yeah,
Yeah.
all of that. So we'll see. But yeah, Nico's, I was like taken aback when I saw it live at Reims Cathedral. Is it really true? Yeah. So we get this
Yeah.
on transparent magenta vinyl 2 LP. So that's good.
Well, and I have her Marble Index
Oh, that's a
album,
good one.
and that is the only one of hers I have besides Velvet Underground.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've always liked her. She's definitely unique. It caught my eye, but I really had no point of reference. I've never heard any of the bootlegs or anything. So now
Yeah.
I'm a little more interested
Yeah.
for sure.
And I'm always intrigued by things like this when you read about legendary concerts like in a cathedral, 1974, Tangerine Dream and Nico.
Yes.
So I think the whole thing, the whole concept, that was what really allured me in the first place. And then I listened to this Nico and I was like, wow, what is this? Yeah, absolutely.
But her performance is separate from Tangerine Dream, though, right? Like
yeah,
they aren't like her. Okay.
No, it would be
Okay,
great
I would
if they just imagine if they collaborated. Wow.
That would have been cool.
That's also a good concert, and it has been released a couple of years ago, like an official bootleg.
I like the label on there that looks like probably stained glass from the church.
Yes, I thought that as well, yeah. And then we have
now
the
that
Orb.
Metallic. That was the first one I thought you were going to pick right out, which is on my list of things I would be interested in that is not on the US list.
Great collaboration, of course. You can't go wrong with David Gilmour on guitar, so
no. Yeah, definitely intriguing.
It was out on vinyl at the time, but I never picked it up. So this is a reissue. So you could get hold of it. And I think it was released on CD as well. And I do think music like this, from the Orb especially, or anything ambient, lends itself better on a CD format. But that's just me, because I want to listen to the whole piece and not go up and flip the record. But that's just me. So
I can see that. Well, I would definitely, now I guess I just should look for it in general, but to your point, maybe if I find one on CD, I should pick it up, because why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not? But like I said, it's just my preferences when it comes to ambient music, really. So there's no distractions. I can just sit down and...
No, but that's kind of it's the feeling of, to me, that's sort of the feeling of that genre of music. It is just kind of all encompassing. It's like a in your head space kind of, you don't want to hear the phone ring or the dog bark, or it kind of ruins.
Exactly. And then we have this one, which you mentioned. I just want to say a word or two about this. We do get pictures here of some of them.
Yes.
Or is it all of them? It is all of them. Yeah.
I think so.
It's 5.
Did you have these 45s?
No, I only had the 12 inches at the time.
Okay.
I
never had them either.
Yeah, I never picked up I picked up one 7-inch by Prince in all my lifetime, and that was 1999, because that was my introduction to Prince. I think that's the one
I have. Yeah, yeah.
But it's interesting because cool. This is alluring as well. You want to have these because they are pretty and they come on colored vinyl. But to be honest, we do get all of these tracks on the upcoming anniversary as well.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, this becomes a little bit more of a completist, or maybe for the Prince fan who doesn't, there are folks out there. If you are one, maybe put in the comments below. If you do only collect 7 inches, you're just a 45 person, and this would be a lot more attractive to somebody who wants that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not complaining about them releasing this because I want it as well. But for me, it feels redundant because I'm going to get the anniversary edition. But for sure, you're absolutely right. If you're a collector or a completist, I get it. You want to have this one. But unfortunately, we don't have a price on this. But
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I think it's sad they stopped putting prices on their. I like to have an idea what I was getting myself into.
Exactly. But you know what? Looking at the prices of the anniversary editions, I did a video of that last week. And it's not too bad, I have to say, for a double vinyl. It was
Yeah.
under £40 here. So
Yeah, I didn't
I
think that
consider
was
that a win.
terrible.
So who knows?
Huh.
This might not be that expensive. So
I always kind of try to guess, like depending on how many albums they have, like what the packaging is, like where I kind of feel like the price would be.
yeah.
Like on the Ramones live at CBGB's, most of the Ramones records, the last couple of times they've had any, I think have run about 24 to 29.99. So my guess would be like that record, I'm going to guess is probably about $25 here.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds reasonable.
I hope.
Yeah. You hope.
14, 10. That would be way better.
Yeah. That would be great.
Super great.
And you just let me know when you want to stop. I assume
yes.
you're not interested in Rat, but
no, I don't need that one. And although I have a whole collection, here's another one you guys have. Now, this is supposed to be a re-release, the She and Him Christmas Party. I think that is the first time maybe it's released in Europe. Is that right? Previously unavailable on vinyl outside of the US.
Yeah.
So, but to be honest, now it's got me thinking like, I don't even remember it in the US. And I like them. I think they're a really nice, fun duo. I like that style of music. They're easy to listen to. They do a great job.
yeah.
So I'm interested. I would be interested in that. And then right next to it is Sid Lives, the Sid Vicious record.
Yeah.
And I would totally be down with that one.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And that's just kind of a best of. I mean, really at this point, that's all you can have is compilations of shows that he actually finished or did or didn't do. Yeah.
Four of his last ever shows on blood-splattered vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
And I think it's pretty much got the who's who on there of, folks that would have played with them and stuff of that nature. So it definitely, and again, look there, you have Jerry Nolan and Arthur Kane, but you have like at least 3 separate albums with New York Dolls members on it.
Yeah.
No, you could almost have a whole New York Dolls record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Sid is an acquired taste, but I'm just, being a fan of that genre and that era. And I don't know, fascinating. It's kind of like fangirling, I guess. I need that.
Yeah, why not? And once again, we don't know if this is a Record Store Day first or not. Hey, we'll see. Hopefully it's just a Record Store Day first, and we'll be on... Because this would appeal to more people, not just Europeans. I mean, it's Sex Pistols related stuff. So
yeah, you would think.
Yeah,
you would think.
You would think, yeah. And
there's your Tangerine Dream.
Yes, I saw that. That's another standing RSD release. You always get something with Tangerine Dream, at least here in Europe. So we had some really nice releases, and
yes,
that could be a good one. Good year, 77 for Tangerine Dream. They did some really interesting stuff. So yeah, sure. I had this is on my maybe list, and my maybe list, it all depends on how much I have in my wallet on the day of Record Store Day.
That is correct. I could appreciate that.
Yeah. Were you interested in the Talking Heads one?
I'm not sure. I think I would, and I bought the last one that they had. I thought that was really good. This has a full album and a 45 with it, right?
Yeah.
So it's demo tracks. It's early, which I love. I love early Talking Heads probably the most. So it is definitely a maybe. And I can't recall either if that was on the US list or not. Yes, it is. RSD exclusive 7,500 in US. So
Yeah.
maybe that's worldwide. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. The only reason I'm really interested in this one is because not long ago I read Franz's biography, and he talks a lot about these sessions, these early sessions. So it would be really nice to hear them, but I'm not sure that I want to own them because is it one-time listening just because of curiosity, or is it really that good? So you're going to play it over and over again.
It's his new collection includes newly discovered material alongside an additional 11 live tracks. Yeah, I agree. Like it's one of those things. Like I really do like the Talking Heads, but I'm not necessarily a completist or a, if I find things reasonable, definitely early stuff, definitely vintage, like original stuff. I'd almost be tempted, like I'd want to hear it before I bought it.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't know. I don't know how often I would listen to it.
Yeah. What did it say on your list on the US one? Was it a Record Store Day first or an exclusive?
Exclusive.
Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately it's not. No, because it's very niche, isn't it? It's just for the hardcore fans, really. So.
Yeah. And the Tangerine Dream is listed as a 1,500 3 LP on the exclusive list on the US list.
Yeah. That I can imagine as well, because once again, Tangerine Dream is not like everyone is running out of their houses to buy Tangerine Dream records. It's a very niche fan base on that.
But I think for some of us who listen to them, like I forget, I used to listen to them a lot, even as like a teenager. Like I remember listening to them a lot, and it was, you just sort of forget kind of where you were, I don't know.
Yeah.
A little nostalgia.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I get it.
I think I can appreciate them a lot more now than I even used to.
Yeah. I know what you mean. The more you, yeah, exactly, because you perceive that music differently today when you listen to it. It's really
just like listening to Tubular Bells, or I mean, it's all so different now when I hear it. So
for sure. And what else do we got here? We're going into various artists. We also get Charlie Brown Christmas. Even if Charlie Brown never was that big over here, I think it's an American staple, really. But
for sure.
Yeah.
I only had one more question on the end of your list. Was there anything under the Metal Machine music that you see that you recognize?
I looked at it.
Yeah.
But
that is definitely an experimental record. I get that idea that it is sort of that, when they mention distortion and feedback, it's probably not quite, it's probably a lot more experimental sounds.
Yeah. And I looked at it because it said Metal Machine on it. And I'm not a fan of Lou Reed's Metal Machine music. I listened to it because I was really intrigued, but it's not meant to be listened to as a whole. I think he said that at one point, but I wasn't a fan. I'm a fan of a lot of industrial music and noise music and things like that, but I'm a bit standoffish on this one.
Yeah. I don't think I'll pick it up, but I was really curious as to what you thought about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I parts of me find it really intriguing because it mentions distortion, feedback, like you said. So why not? You need that as a palate cleanser from all the pop music that I'm listening to.
That's true.
So
I will say this too. I put a poll out on my channel on a post the other day, and I asked people what they thought about the Black Friday list. I gave them some options. You voted? Yay, thank you. So the options were: yes, I was so excited about the list. Nope, I'm sleeping in. I never do Black Friday, or I haven't decided yet. I have 17% are excited, 30% are sleeping in, 39% never do Black Friday, and 13% have not decided yet. So,
wow. Is that a poll still open?
It is. I'll keep it open.
Yeah.
I think you should keep it open for a while. I mean, I don't think I'll close it. We'll just see what happens.
I'll put the link down in my comments on my channel, so you can access it. And please go there because we want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm just curious. It just makes me feel that, we talk so much about these lists and we get so excited for Record Store Day, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
So then I wonder, is it just because the list isn't exciting? Is it because you just don't like to shop on this particular day? Like you could care less? Is it a combination? I think it gives a chance you can vote and you can even put comments below. So if it's a combination of things, like I don't do Black Friday, but if the list was out a different day, would you do it?
Exactly.
Would you be more apt to do it?
Yeah. No, I think it's interesting to hear because there's so many opinions around Record Store Day, and I get a lot of people are not that fond of it because it has to do with so many different things. But I think the most is queuing up, waiting around, and when you go in, your record is not there, the one holy grail that you've been looking at. But I think you have to see it as we are supporting at least the independent record stores here. So then we could have a gripe around many other things.
Your video from last year's Record Store Day, you mentioned talking to people when you were in queue and just, you kind of like, you get that buzz. My only complaint about Record Store Day, honestly, is, at least for me, it's cold.
Yes. It's always
it's like
cold.
The worst time of the year to be. I mean, you can sit outside any day of the week when it's mild to warm, but it's like, even in April here, it can be 20 degrees and it's cold.
Exactly. It's the same here. So they should do a summer RSD as well.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate, again, the Black Friday tradition, Small Business Saturdays. Like there really is a push for people to not shop big box stores, to offer something different. And I so appreciate that. But to stand in line for records when it's freezing, I don't care what it is. I mean, I remember even not going to stand in line for concert tickets back when you had to stand in line to buy concert tickets, like
exactly.
So
yeah.
So that's my only complaint. Warm weather, please.
Yeah. No, but I'm with you. I think my biggest take from Record Store Day is that I get to support an independent record store, but most importantly, I want to say, is to chat with like-minded people in the queue. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it just makes it fun. It is fun because there's so many things we do online, even what we're doing. I mean, we met through YouTube and online. It was not in the real world. So it is kind of nice to actually have conversations and legit meet people in the same place at the same time. So
really is.
Kind of miss that, I think. So
great.
There you go.
It was great talking to you again here, and for us to meet up and do yet another collab.
Yes, absolutely. There will be more. And it's just kind of fun to compare. Like I said, seeing your list versus the one here was very different. And there would have been a few I would have purchased. So brought British UK selections in America would be great, and warmer days. That's all I have to say.
I couldn't have said it better. A great
Anybody's
summary.
Listening.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me, and everybody get on there and vote and poll and let us know what you're excited about.
Yeah. And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Have a good one.
And is that a heartfelt
Aye.
Aye?
It is.